Mabuhay everyone, Marches here and welcome back to the channel. And for all of you who haven't subscribed yet, please do so because I'll be doing some giveaways pretty soon. Better lock in this channel by clicking the subscribe button and that notif bell. For today's video, I'll be comparing the Lebron 17s, the all-new sneaker of LeBron James, and of course, the Lebron 16, the predecessor. First up, if you want to watch the full performance review, I'll put the link up here. Let's start off first with the uppers of both sneakers. The Lebron 17 features a Battle Knit 3.0 and some knit posit around the back area and on the lateral part, while the Lebron 16, it's Battle Knit 2.0, which has all Battle Knit all throughout. There's no net posit, no fusing. The main difference between the Battle Knit from the 16s and the 17s is the Battle Knit in the 16s are very consistently thick all throughout, from the toe box going back to the heel part of the sneaker, while the 17s has a lot softer Battle Knit in the forefoot or in the toe box area. It has a very similar feel with the Lebron 15s. If you have those, it feels very similar. It's a lot softer compared to the 16s. And on the lateral side is the net posit. So basically this is net fused up and it's really hard. It is very plasticky. So as for the texture of the net posit, it is very rigid, very stiff. So it gives you maximum support. It doesn't stretch. I think that's what Battle Knit 2.0 is trying to do, giving you maximum support. It doesn't stretch. Only difference between the knit posit and the Battle Knit 2.0 is the knit posit is a little bit more stiffer, thus making it more supportive. But in terms of ventilation, I think the Battle Knit 2.0 is more breathable compared to the net posit. The regular Battle Knit found in the forefoot area of the 17s is very similar to the 15s, thus it is a lot softer, while the Battle Knit 2.0 and the 16s are very rigid all throughout. It really depends on your preference. If you want a softer feel around your toe area, of course, the Lebron 17s for the win. But if you want more support and durability around the toe box area, the Lebron 16 is for the win. And of course, FYI, I'm comparing it with the regular version of the Lebron 16s because the Lebron 16 lows has different uppers. Some has knit, some has mesh. So I'm just comparing it with the regular Lebrons. This has the Battle Knit all throughout the sneaker. In terms of support, I will give a slight advantage to the Lebron 17 because of how rigid, how very supportive the knit posit is. You feel very well supported laterally. Battle Knit 2.0 on the Lebron 16 also gives you that, but you can feel a bit more support on the 17s. This what the colorway has a leather heel cup and with an internal heel TPU plate, while the Lebron 17 also has an internal heel TPU plate wrapped with the knit posit material, and on the outermost layer is also a heel cup. It's a plastic too, and it is shaped like a crown, so it helps in the heel containment, heel lockdown. And on both sneakers, heel containment, heel support, and ankle protection are very good. But in terms of ankle protection and heel containment, I'll give a slight advantage over the Lebron 17s because it is a bit higher compared to the 16s. So it cups your heel more. Nothing bad to say about the 16s, still cups your foot very well. But if you really want your shoe to hug your heel and your ankle part, for that type of player, I would suggest the Lebron 17s. But if you're more into the low cut, if you don't want any restriction around your ankle and heel and you're used to low cut sneakers, the Lebron 16s is for you. In terms of heel support, ankle support, and heel containment, I would give a slight advantage on the Lebron 17, especially on the heel lockdown. And as for the tongue part of both sneakers, it has a semi-traditional tongue, if you know what I mean. It looks like a tongue, but it is stitched in the upper. The main difference that I noticed between the lacing system is the Lebron 16 is easier to wear compared to the Lebron 17s. You really need to loosen the laces of the Lebron 17 since it's a high. And another thing about the Lebron 17 is this is a pro and con. It is harder to loosen the laces up, but when you lace up, it will never get loose, so you don't have to relace your sneaker when you're playing. So that's the nice thing about the lacing system of the Lebron 17s. And in terms of the material around the tongue. I like the material on the tongue of the Lebron 16s, but maybe on the future colorways of the Lebron 17s, they will be using other materials, maybe in the Lebron watch. As for now, with the Lakers colorway and that white pair colorway, the orange holographic tongue, I heard it was pretty stiff around the tongue area. But hopefully the future colorways will have a better material around the tongue area. Now let's move on to the cushion part of this sneaker, which is the highlight of all the Lebrons. As you know, Lebron sneakers are known for their maximum cushion setup. With the Lebron 16s, they use Zoom Max units from the forefoot, midfoot, and on the heel part. There are 3 large Zoom Max units, while the Lebron 17's cushion features 2 Zoom pods and an Air Max 270 unit at the heel and is enclosed in a injected Phylon. The main difference that I felt between the two sneakers is if you want maximum bounciness in the forefoot to the heel, the Lebron 16 is for you. But the main difference on the Lebron 17s compared to the 16s is it has more impact protection around the forefoot area of the 17s. It is also bouncy, but there's a bit more propelling from the ground if you're using the Lebron 17s, thus giving you additional impact protection in the forefoot area with the bounciness feel. At the heel, if you want the heel to be very bouncy, Lebron 16 is for you. But if you want maximum impact protection around the heel and you don't mind it to be not too bouncy, the Air Max 270 unit in the 17s are very nice. They actually changed the PSI units found in the 16 with the 17s. The 16s have more PSI in the Zoom Max unit compared to the 17's Zoom pod, so there's more propelling off the ground. But watch out if you don't want that delay around your forefoot area. Go with the Lebron 16 because it is more responsive in the forefoot area because of the higher pressure PSI on the 16s. While if you want more impact protection in the forefoot area, the feeling of a more plush ride, go with the 17s, especially if you have knee problems. The 17s are really a knee-friendly sneaker, especially in the impact protection around the heel part. You can really feel the impact protection in the 17s compared to the 16s. Basically, very similar to the upper, it's a matter of preference. If you want responsiveness, if you want maximum bounciness in the forefoot and the heel, of course, the Lebron 16s is for you. If you want a more plush ride around the forefoot area, impact protection in the forefoot, and especially very nice impact protection around the heel and the propelling feeling in the forefoot, of course, go with the Lebron 17s. And in terms of height, from the floor, I would say the Lebron 17s is lower to the ground compared to the 16s because it squishes a bit more compared to the 16s, which has greater PSI on the Zoom Max units, thus it's not sinking to the ground more compared to the Lebron 17s. So if you want a more closer to the ground feel, go with the 17s. But if you don't mind it to be a bit higher off the ground, the 16s is for you. The 16s features a wavy herringbone pattern, while the 17s features a net-like pattern on the traction. And for the traction of both sneakers, I would say both are very nice. They have very good traction and grips very well. Once you have broken them in, it squeaks a lot and it grips really hard on the floor. 17 picks up dust quicker compared to the 16s, but it didn't affect the traction that much. So for me, I would give a tie on the traction on both sneakers. And as for outdoor use, I think the 16 will be better for outdoor use because it has thicker grooves and the rubber feels harder on the 16s compared to the 17s. So for outdoor use, the Lebron 16s. I was just looking at the width on the forefoot area. I would say the width of the 16s is wider because of the outrigger is really protruding on the 16s. So if you want a wider base, 16 for the win, while the 17 is a little bit narrower. And as for sizing, I went half a size down for both sneakers. So if you're a wide footer, maybe go half a size up or full size up depending on the shape of your foot. And as for the price point, this is $200 US. This is around $195 US if I'm not mistaken. So this is a little bit cheaper and a lot of Lebron 16s are on sale now. And the low-cut version cheaper by $20 or 1,000 pesos. So if you're more on the budget, you can never go wrong with the Lebron 16. It is an awesome performer, all-around performer. But if you want the newest thing, of course, go with the Lebron 17s, but still at $200 US or around 9,800 pesos here in the Philippines. For weight, the Lebron 16 weighs 445 grams or 450 grams, while the 17 is around 430 grams, so 20 grams lighter on the 17s. It's not that much difference. You won't notice it that much. So my final verdict, it really depends on your preference. Like I've said, you want a high-cut sneaker with maximum impact protection in the heel and also in the forefoot and giving you that propelling feeling on the forefoot area. Go with the Lebron 17s. The knit pocket is very nice in terms of support. But if you want a low-cut feeling sneaker and you want maximum responsiveness and bounciness in the forefoot and the same time in the heel part, of course, go with the 16s. But you will never go wrong on both sneakers. That's about it on my comparison between the Lebron 16s and the 17s. I hope I helped you guys out once again. Let me know if you have any questions. Hit me a comment down below. This is Marches. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.